Well, we're gonna start with this one, so good luck. We're gonna start with a 1v1. I'm quickly explaining the format. There are 4 sub-matches. Each sub-match is worth an according amount of points. We have the 1v1 and 2v2 being worth 1 point, and the 3v3s being worth 2 points. There are 2 3v3s, 1 1v1 and 1 2v2. And we're gonna start with a 1v1, point number 7, and we played on Schwedentrunk by Anisado and Roxy. Anisado unfortunately is not mapping anymore. He has retired from Trackmania, which is very unfortunate. And also the 2v2 we played on this map. And let's see, it is Spluk versus Otak on this one. Well, because it's a 57.44. So let's go.
This is a big match. I mean, Otak is a very strong player, but how will you play up against Spluk here? Right, as they head into about the halfway point of this map, 4 more checkpoints left to go. And Otak, he's been about 1/10 behind Spluk this entire time. Spluk just leading Otak all the way to the finish, from start to finish, unless he crashes out in this final little turn here. Will he do so? I don't think he will. Last turn, and he nails it perfectly. Ending perfect, and he'll win it with a 58-0. Very nice time out of him. 58 flat. Very nice, but Otak just staying in behind. Hopefully he can find a little bit more pace.
Yeah. Are they actually starting now? Wait. They're just saying good luck, have fun, but I think they're already live because some people said a bit later, but maybe they just didn't want to disrupt the players, which is quite nice. So, 0.6 behind the world record. Good time there by Spluk, leading the race and being quite... Yeah, on the race here, Project Conquerors, a very good team, also called PCS. I'm just gonna call them like that. That is a bit easier against THE Orange, where Otak is playing for. A good round here again, 18,000 of a second. Spluk with a better line, but almost hitting that narrowing of the road. So Otak right now leading the race. First to 7 though, wins the race. And you win a point by just being in first. That is quite simple, right? But look at that line from Spluk there. Also here, good amount of speed, but Otak comes back with a more inside approach, but Spluk with a bit more speed, coming to the last part of the track. 10 seconds left, and also the risky jump. Otak leading the race. Spluk with more speed, coming close with 500 of a second. One more jump to go. Spluk pushing it, but not enough, and Otak will take it. But that was a great round here, and they are tying up the score. But what a good round that was. Otak takes it 58.10. Very nice.
Very nice indeed, and we're tied at 1, ladies and gentlemen, after that beautiful round out of Otak. Oh, the young driver is really showing up everywhere at this point, right? This is probably the best young phenom that we have in this game at the current moment, right? 16 years of age. Is he 17 actually now?
I think he's 16 or 17, but the aspiring, maybe new pro player.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he can definitely... Listen, yeah, exactly, as you say. He's a great player. He is definitely the future of this game. Unless he decides to go somewhere else. I hope he doesn't, because he is definitely a pro gamer as Spluk tries to overtake him. He's going way outside, but he'll gain more speed out of the exit, so he grabs the lead off of Otak, and he's running away with it now. That was a beautiful line. Oh, he nearly hits the wall. He needs to release. And so Otak now takes that lead, but Spluk is still in that fight. He did release, but he's still in it. Last turn here, but he's got more speed. He'll catch up slightly. Oh, and he's got more speed. Oh, the overtake. Oh, the snipe. It was beautiful by Spluk there. And Otak will get second. That's a good round. Both of them were on pace for 57s, both with tiny, minuscule mistakes that stopped them from getting .9s.
Not sure what Keycam wanted to apologize here in that previous match. But or in the previous couple of minutes, because that is a great match right now between Otak and Spluk. Whoever wins this one has a good chance of at least getting a tie, or we are into a very, very good match. So let's go ahead and into the next round. Spluk with a good start. Also Otak not too far behind, managed to stay alive, but look at that. That was a bad line. I was seeing that one coming from miles away, and it is Spluk right now leading, so this is more of an anticlimactic round because Spluk can just save it, and I don't see where he can actually throw this one away. We have seen Nevermind last week making a lot of mistakes that really really burned into my mind, how he was throwing for skins there, like a certain team that has been banned. But let's not go into Counter-Strike, let's go into this round number 4, and Spluk will extend his lead to 2 points, 3-1, just one jump into the finish. And it's looking good, and he will make it a 58.09, even though this looked like more of a safe run. That is a good time. And Spluk with the next point.
I'm thinking both players are definitely capable of 0.9s here, maybe even 0.8s if they were to go full first and absolutely nail the lap, because there's a lot of turns here, and it's a very wide feeling map, right? It feels like you can take so many different lines as Spluk hits the wall here at the start. It's going to allow Otak to take a big lead of 3.5 tenths here, but you can go very wide on this map. It feels like you can take a lot of different lines, and so it allows for more creativity, and it also allows for just overall safer driving. You're going to hit the walls less. There's also going to be different strategies, right? Are you going to go wide most of the time to gain more speed out of exits? Or are you going to go inside nearly every single time? And so you see that there's a lot of a mix, especially for Spluk, who goes more in, who goes very inside and then very outside, depending on which ones. And you have Otak, who does the middle ground of practically every single corner, right? He doesn't want to minimize the distance that he goes through, but he also doesn't want to minimize the speed that he has, right? So he wants to be somewhere in the middle, as he'll win this round with ease. He gets himself a 0.2. That's a safe run.
Indeed, that's a safe run, and the next point. So very close match again. No one really running away with some points. That is good to see. You always want to have those kind of matches as 2 to 3 ace the scoreline. Again, point number 7, and let's go to the next one. Spluk with a interesting start, but they were mentioning the different lines. You can already see it there. Spluk also going very inside there. Actually, similar line, but just a bit more inside from Spluk. And with that, he leads the race, but only by a hair. Look at that. Also, Otak, a very wide approach for that speedy uphill section where you want to gather as much speed as possible. Oh, but also with that, you have the toll of having a very, very wide exit. But he was able to survive. But Spluk looking very good on this map, even though the Trackmania Grandic player is not really bad on tech, but maybe he has not really put a lot of practice into this one into other competitions that he has played. But just when I say that, I jinx his opponent, and Otak is leading the race. We have only a little bit of track left, one very long left-hander and then a jumper to the ending, and Otak will take that with a 0.2, I would say. Yep, a 0.25. My predictions are on point today, and I already created a feeding for this map. So Otak takes home the second point in a row, and with that, the scoreboard is tied up again.
Nothing wrong with a low caster cursing, right? Of course, we are known to do a little bit of that, to jinx another player, right? At the perfect time. They somehow hear us through the screen, right? Through the multiverse, right? I don't know if there are
multiverse.
I don't know, like beings above us, right? But they seem to like listen to us talking. Oh, let's make his controller glitch for 2 seconds here, and make him crash. You know, it just happens every single time. I don't know how. As Spluk right now has a big lead over Otak, but if I'm ever gonna bring in another catastrophe here for Spluk, I guess this would be the route to do it, as Otak is behind by over a tenth, but he's not catching up whatsoever, as Spluk is taking some marginally better lines, right? That's what I've seen about Spluk. He's taking some riskier lines, but they're also faster overall, and it's allowing him to really just stroll away, just very, very slightly. He's chipping away at the lead, and he keeps on growing at every single checkpoint, and he'll...
Yeah!
He wins it! He wins it!
Wow!
But, yeah, that was, ouch. That was, ouch. Yeah, that's all I can say. Ouch.
Both failed the ending, actually. Both with the ending fail, but it was eventually Spluk who was on the platform of the finish block, which is quite small compared to the other games. So you can actually fall off there very easily because the archer is just a bit closer to the void, let's say like that, because you have to respawn. But he was able to survive, and he is now leading the race again. So Otak still has to find himself into the lead, but that is not the case for now. But maybe this round, as we have a very close round in our hands, 17,000s are tearing those players apart, as Spluk gets a really good line in this section. He extends it, look at that amount of speed accumulated, but Otak is not slowing down, and Spluk with a mistake, going too far inside, but 40 seconds of racing, and only a couple of thousands between those players, and Otak will win this round unless he fails the ending. But it doesn't look to be like that. Maybe here a no slide, but of course you don't really have to slide there. And Otak makes it. Yep, good time, 0.4. No, 0.08 even. Wow, I thought this was way slower because he lost a lot, but then Spluk was actually on a very good run. then he was on a 0.9 or 0.8. So tied up again. And bear in mind, there is no tennis mode in a 1v1. So the first to 7 points wins. Respawn is forbidden, okay.
8 rounds, yeah, it's actually been quite okay. The first 8 rounds here have shown me really much so that Spluke is risking a lot more, and because of that, it's giving him faster times, right? Because he's going more for the best line through each corner, right? He's really learned each corner a lot better than Otak. While Otak, he's not doing bad whatsoever, right? But he's taking the medium line, and what that's allowing him to do is that he's not crashing as much, right? He's never close enough to the edge of the walls that he'll bonk into them. And so it allows him to win rounds that due to Spluke hitting the wall because he's risking a little bit too much and gaining too little in return. So Otak a little bit more conservative with his lines, if you will, as Spluke is taking more of a great line that allows him to go faster through nearly every single corner and allows to break away from Otak as he did so this round, this entire round. He'll win it with a 58.00, and that is a very nice time out of him, nearly getting that coveted 57. We still have not seen a single one yet.
That is a good run, though. That was a good run. I mean, Spluke didn't make that mistake, and he's in the lead again. Otak with that slight mistake at the ending, so only 0.2 behind. That was quite close, but we have actually a very good match. So that's why I probably picked that. I hope it will also develop like that as we have the next round coming up. Round number 10. Yes, I can count. That is nice. Round number 10 is coming up and we have Spluke, who is a bit behind now. So Otak can maybe tie up the score again. And whoever wins the next round then will have a map point without the other person having a map point themselves. As we enter the last part of the track. Otak not slowing down. We could maybe see the first sub 58 here by the French TMGL player who will play the next season. Not sure for what team he will play, maybe for Lil Esports, but those things will be disclosed after that. That's actually a good time by Otak. That will be 57.8 or something like that. Oh no, actually 58.02. Damn, so my feeling is not quite there yet, but that was an important round to get. Otak tying up the score again. Very close match, still it is, and whoever wins this round has a map point.
It's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. If only there was tennis mode in this 1v1, we'd have ourselves quite the match. As Spluke makes an early mistake, and I don't think he's going to be able to come back from this one. 0.5 behind. All Otak needs to do is do his normal lines and finish it with a 0.2 or a 0.3, and surely that'll be enough, right? But Spluke, despite his hit, he's only behind by 0.5, so it could be possible that he gets himself. Yeah, I know, he's losing more and more time, so never mind. Otak will very likely win this one easily with a 0.2 if he keeps it together here, and he's doing so very well at the current moment, more than halfway through this lap. Can he keep this under wraps? Can he keep it up? Can he give his team a 6th point here? It's looking more and more likely, as although Spluke is catching up, he's not catching up more than enough for him to challenge Otak. Heading into the finish here. Will Otak fail the finish?
Nope.
That's all he needs left. Nope. And he gets himself a 58.0. Not even that much of a save, to be fair. He just does his normal conservative lines. They're not that fast, to be fair, right? It is fast overall, but he's not taking each corner as, how can I say this, as perfect as he could, right?
Yeah, he just has some room for some small errors, exactly. You know, he takes better racing lines or more consistent racing lines than Spluke, who just tends to risk more, and that is all she rode. Yeah, that is Spluke making that mistake. Otak was leading one time at the end in the most important round. He is going in there with a lead, and he will take it. Spluke, however, with a great match, but it will be Otak taking it. There's of course no knockout or anything that is taking place here, but I think he's not gonna throw away 2.5 seconds. So Otak will take home the first point for his team. It will be THE Orange getting that first point. 1v1 and 2v2 is worth 1 point. 3v3 is worth 2 points. And we have 2 3v3s, so there's a total of 6 points. Ha!
Yep.
There we go. So Otak, GG's to him. And what is that time? A 58.6, so very safe. And there we go. GG.
Yeah, Spluke kept making mistakes in the back. I mean, for sure, at that point, it doesn't really matter that much to try and catch up, right? Because you're just pushing hell for leather and hoping that he crashes. Did Otak crash once? I don't think he did.
Yeah, he did.
I think his lines were just...
in one round, I think.
Did he? Okay. He was that consistent, though. That was 12 rounds. And he only crashed once. Normally, you see like 4 or 5 crashes in 12 rounds, right? That's what we saw to Spluk. He made 4 or 5 crashes, and that's pretty average, but that's what allowed Otak to win this. Because if he crashed 2-3 more times, he would have surely lost this. He would have surely lost this matchup here versus Spluk. So that's amazing out of Otak. Wasn't the fastest player, right? But he was the consistent player.
And that's what matters.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Very nicely done out of Otak. So now on to the 2v2 we go here. We're still going to stay on Schwedentrunk as we go for... is it going to be Javzo and Jaja up against Hisaris and Supap?
I think they're just warming up, so 3 warm-ups before we're gonna go live, but it looks like that because they will warm up here. As Supap, I'm not seeing him right now, but Hisaris, Javzo, and also Jaja, or Yaya, as you say that in Germany. Yeah.
Actually, Jaja is... It depends, right, where you are, because J is often referred to as a Y, right, depending where you are, so a lot of European places will say Yaya, like... the Spanish will often laugh. They say Jaja, right? That's what they write. That's what they write it as. That's how they say it. Us English people, we don't know.
Yeah.
We have no idea. Because we say haha instead.
Yeah, exactly true. Yeah.
Spanish would go haha, but they'd write it as Jaja. I know.
Or like also this XA, ha 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 ha.
Oh, that one. Yep. I've seen that a few times.
But true, Spanish people are doing that, yeah spam.
Yeah.
Also Portuguese, I think they're doing that as well, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I do believe they do. I do believe it's more of a South American thing, though, as well. It's not exactly a... Is it a Spanish and Portuguese European thing as well? Because it feels like it's more the South Americans that do that.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude.
I do not know.
I do not know.
No.
Oh no. Oh, do no. I don't know, no.
You no.
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 Do they have anything special for a no as well?
For what?
For no.
I mean, no.
That's a clear answer.
I know that you Germans say 9, but a lot, like, the only different language that I know for no, nay, 9, whatever, right?
No, nay is what, like, others are saying. We're not saying that.
Okay. For the French, we say non,
non.
right? Because we add an extra N,
or no.
Right? So it's like on. So we say on, but with an N in front of it, so it's like non. But in French, it's like non.
Yeah, we also say anyway. Nee in German. Nee.
Nee. Yeah.
N-E. Just N-E. Not those 2 E's in Dutch, dude. What is Dutch even?
No. Deutsch is the way.
Yeah,
Deutsch
exactly. Not Dutch or... Yeah.
Dutch is like the weak way of saying Deutsch. Come on.
Actually, the new Turkmenic Randik maps for Spring 2022 are out. I just gotta read out the names. Quicksand, okay. Icy Jump, Tightrope, Water Glider, Grassline, Touchdown. Then we have a touchdown already. Clock Tower, Speed Up, and Tiny Gap.
Okay, so those last 2, Speed Up and Tiny Gap, are the worst map names out of those 8. I like those 6 maps just off of their name right away. Especially Clock Tower. I would love to see what that looks like. Could you imagine someone just makes a Clock Tower in Trackmania and then just puts a whole map in the Clock Tower?
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
That would be pretty
Imagine that's the Trackmanic Randik map.
Oh dude, if that... I don't think so, because it's not open enough.
Yeah.
Right? Unless Unless what they did was make a track around a clock tower, right? And you have to jump over it.
Nah, they're not gonna make
the identity.
I think you have to jump through something. Also, touchdown is like that you just take the identity. Actually, I think touchdown is a remake from the beta season. But hey, we're gonna start here with a 2v2. I'm not sure what the times were. I didn't check now. Not sure why question mark, but we're gonna start with a 2v2. So this will be played until 5 points, because there are just ties that can happen. So every player gets points for their respective position. 1 point for last, 2 points for second last, 3 points for second, and 4 points for first. So the points will be added up with your teammates, and if you're first and your teammate is last, it's 5 points. If you're second and third, the other team has 5 points, so this will be a tie. So don't be in second and third or first and last. So if your teammate makes a mistake, you have to be in first, as Javso has made that first mistake, and Jaja right now leads the race. So this looks to be the first tied round, as Presaurus and Supap, who are playing for the Conquerors, are on second and third, and they cannot even catch up or cannot match the pace from Jaja, as he is making a good job of surviving. I hope he survives the ending as well. Yes, he does. Everyone else does as well. A 57.9, actually the first sub 58 time, but a tied round, so no one takes it.
Oh man, could you imagine getting NT'd for making a 57.97 and then not getting NTs when you get a 58.00?
Yeah.
Ugh, feels bad.
Feels bad, man, dude.
Feels bad, man.
Feels bad,
that's
man.
a great tie. That's a great tie, though, as, yeah, this is why it's first to 5. It's not first to 7, because or else we'd be here tomorrow, right?
Maybe.
The 2v2 often is what takes the longest time, as that's a hit from Hisarus, and Supap needs to win this round now unless Javzo or Jaja make a mistake, which is where he finds himself right now. Supap in the lead, trying to fight off Jaja and Javzo, keeping them behind him, and we'll get another tie if this is how this ends. Javzo is very close to overtaking Supap though, so let's see if we can do it. Supap trying to keep Javzo behind. Only a few more corners left to go here, and Jaja has a great line. He's gonna get so much exit speed out of this. He's gonna catch up by quite a 1/10.5. Oh, and he's going for a more inside line as well. Last checkpoint here. Final turn. Can Jaja do it? He's got more speed, but he clips as well. They both clipped as this happened, but he can't respawn. Oh, Javzo wins the round, but it's a loss. So PCS wins the round. Wow, what a round. Amazing.
So...
And I just slapped my glass desk. I should not do that.
Well, that was very chaotic. I wanted to change cameras. I thought Jaja finished, but they are in pieces. You know, pieces, PCS, quite similar. So maybe they're in the head, but it's the first point for Team Red, which is, of course, the Conquerors. They are conquering this round, but they were reliant on a mistake from Jaja, who right now leads the race. A good first part of the map from the players, as Suparp and Hisarus are right now also not too far behind though, but Hisarus not with the best line as well as Supap. Hisarus pushing it so much though, but Jaja unstoppable, and this could be the next sub 58 time. Very good match actually, but Jaja with a mistake. The caster's curse is kicking in. Now Javzo has to win this one. Good amount of speed accumulated though, but we have one more part to be cleared for the Dutch player. But this looks quite nice, as Supap didn't get the best amount of speed out of that. This will be all in the ending, but Javzo with a mistake, and Supap takes it. It's actually the ace, and another round for PCS. Second time they're winning that. Actually, it's a quite evenly distributed match, but it just... the blue team, so the THE orange team, who are really in need of this last bit of the track to dominate that one as well.
And they're definitely pushing harder, right? You can see these players definitely are giving a lot more of their all on this, whereas they're crashing a lot more, as Javzo just says there. Thank you very much.
And Jaja as well.
Showing off. Well, I think THE just felt bad that Mental Strider just wasn't watching the game, and so he comes back just to watch what happened, except like in replay format, and Supap and Hisarus pretty much have a free round here. There's no way they throw this, right? This is the throw of the century if they lose this round somehow. If they manage to lose this one, it would be catastrophic. Yeah, instant firing, you know, like instant kick off the team level of embarrassment there, as Supap and Historist 1 and 2. They should win this very convincingly as they go through the final little corner here, jump into the finish, and they both get themselves some 58, mid-58s, high mid-58s, as that is how they win the round.
Yeah, not the fastest times though, but they could have just saved it there with the two mistakes from Javzo and Jaja again. So 3-0 for PCS, but this match started quite close, or even closer than that, which is quite unfortunate though. But the match is not over yet, so maybe they can come back from that and eventually bring themselves on the scoreboard. Just getting that first point is really important. But just when I say that, Jaja again with a mistake, and it's first second for the PCS team again. So quite inconsistent racing from Javzo and Jaja. And also Javzo needs now a first position, and Jaja has to finish. Supap has to make that mistake, but it's looking good for him. However, Javzo with a lot of speed, coming closer, pushing it though, lurking and coming closer. A bit of a lag there, and also Javzo had to release, but still able to survive. But Supap is still leading the race, but one mistake, and if Javzo and Jaja are finishing, it is enough. But where is Jaja coming from? Good comeback. Hizoris now has to hold that second or third position, but it's not enough, and it will be the tie. What a snipe from Jaja, and he will indeed deny them the point. What a good comeback. Have you spotted that? I haven't done that.
I was on Jaja that entire time. I enjoyed every second of watching him come back. Historis actually fell down before the final checkpoint to last place, tried to keep it together and come back into the podium positions, and then got pushed out by both THE players, just being told, no, thank you, come back another day. As it's still 3-0 though for PCS. It's a nice comeback out of THE, but it's still just a tie at the end of the day. They still haven't won a round, and with Jaja having hit the wall there, they're going to need something extreme to come back into this one. As well, I think that thing that has come. It's yeah. Historis is history now.
Yeah, I wanted to say the same.
He is in the record books as really far behind. It's going to be impossible for him to come back and win this round. As Javzo, if he wins this one, this is practically an instant win. And there he goes. A victory for him. And Jaja will get second as Supap just throws himself into the safe finish.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And Historis is blaming his pad. Because of course he is. Right? Why wouldn't you blame your pad when you make a mistake? Right?
I always do that. I always blame my pad when I make a mistake. But hey, let's maybe it was his pad. I also have some pad issues, so I'm not gonna do any bad here or just say, oh dude, that's not the pad. But who knows what really has happened there, as that was the first point for THE Orange, and maybe more to come. Jaja now not fading the start, which is quite good. He has been very inconsistent at that start section, but now having a very good one here as he's in the lead. Supap is behind, but getting a good line. Javzo also lurking. Very close fight in the top 3 though, as Supap comes a bit closer though, but it's not quite enough to get into that lead. Also with that line, that's not what you want to do, because the apex was just really off, and now Hizoris is pushing it. What a good round are we witnessing here, but Hizoris had to readjust his line. Has a good amount of speed though, but Javzo and Jaja are leading, and this will be the first and second place for them, even though Hizoris snipes it, but Jaja gets first, so it doesn't matter. Good round, and the next point for Team THE Orange, but it was a close one though.
Very close, and a nice little comeback is starting up here for the THE Orange team. The French team here, Project Conquerors, you guys need to continue on there. You were going strong, right? You were taking advantage of all the mistakes being done by THE Orange, and at this point there are some little mistakes here, but they're not as consistent as the 1v1 players, right? Otak and Spluke, they were a lot more consistent. I think I would have liked them playing the 1v1 a little bit more, 2v2 a little bit more, because bringing that consistency to the 2v2 would have been awesome to see. Yeah, right now Jaja and Jobzo right now 1 and 2. Hisaris trying to overtake, but he's gonna clip it to the wall. Oh, just a little bit too much to the outside, and he'll clip right into it. Oh, Jobzo clips as well though. So it's Supap versus Jaja, but Supap is behind by over a quarter of a second. Jaja can just save this. And Jobzo, all he needs to do is finish in 3rd place as well as Jaja. Slows down a little bit, but it's not going to be enough for Supap to come back into it as Jaja gets a 0.94. That's the fastest time we've seen so far today. And we've got ourselves another round win for THE Orange. We're tied at 3.
Another good round and another good match that we are witnessing here. 3-3, so both teams winning 3, let's say, consecutive rounds, excluding the rounds that were a tie. So good to see that the team from the THE Orange squad is not dead yet. That is very nice. And let's go into the next one. Again, they are leading. So on paper, they look to be very fast. Supap and Hisaris are also on the heels here of making something happen. Hisaris so close there to the wall, but he didn't make that mistake. Jaja is, however, still leading that round. Jabs are a bit behind. I smell a tie. Not anymore, though. We see Supap with a mistake that was not superb. That was the opposite, but also Jaja with a mistake. Now it really depends who has the most amount of speed, and it is actually Jaja, but that mistake was very unnecessary from him. He should have just saved it, but it's sometimes easier said than done because you just have a different racing line, and Hisaris will be in 1st, and then we have Supap on 3rd. But this actually describes the round from THE Orange. They have it, but then they just throw it away.
Yeah, and they've come back into this, right? So that was the last part. Had there been a little bit more time to that map, maybe they would have had a little comeback. But I think that that's just going to show us that comeback does not come to full fruition. They do come back into the match, right, with 3 points, but it might seem as if it's over at this point. If that's what I take from this round is definitely a PCS win. I'm going for a full PCS win, probably a 1-2 even, right? Just off of feeling. For some reason, I just see Jobzo and Jaja just hitting the wall somehow. As Hisaris finds himself in last, he'll actually get a better line and put himself up into second position as Jobzo makes a small mistake. He'll even get behind Supap for a little bit there as Jaja leads for a little while. They're still about halfway through this lap here. They've got 20 more seconds before the finale here as Jaja heads up the hill. He'll go back down into the last checkpoint here. Hisaris is too far behind. No way that Jaja messes this up. How can my prediction be real?
No.
Well, it's because it isn't, as Hisaris comes in 2nd, Jobzo comes in 3rd, and we've got ourselves a 4-4 tie, but we could stay tied at 4 for many, many rounds.
Oh, that mistake at the end, and with that, it was the round win for THE Orange. The 10th round or 11th round, I'm not quite sure though, but we have the 4-4. There is no tiebreaker in the 2v2, but the team who wins as first will take home the first or the second point of this one. As Jabzo gets a quite weird line there, still was able to survive the team that was leading for almost the entirety of the match. Project Conquerors can maybe win this one because Jabzo has made that mistake. Jaja has to win to deny them, and then of course Jabzo has to finish as well. A good line from Jaja. Supap and Hisaris are behind. They can push it, but they should not make a mistake. That's the problem now, because Jabzo is only 1 second behind and one large mistake, and they will be out on that one, and it will be a round for THE Orange. Jaja looking quite strong. This looks to be a very good ending section from him, and it will be the point for no one as you were forecasting it before. Everyone survives it. First and last, and second and third is the same, and we have a tie and another 4-4 situation.
Oh man, how many 4-4s are we gonna get, right? Because we could go on 10 rounds with this, right? One person crashes, but their teammate comes in first, right? We could have many situations like that. And Jaja doing the best he can to keep his team alive with the 57.99. He does it beautifully, and no one else can catch up to him. They just decide to tie the round there on Project Conquerors. But right now, with Supap in the lead and Jabzo with a mistake, though Hisaris is in the fight with Jabzo and Jaja, trying to get ahead of them. As long as Hisaris doesn't make a mistake or Supap doesn't make a mistake, it's looking like Project Conquerors all the way. Although Hisser is getting a little bit of airtime, it allows Javzo back in. It invites him back into the match. Can he even get himself up into 3rd place? Because if he does, it would be a 1-4-2-3 situation again. But Hisser is keeping himself on the last podium position. It's crucial for Javzo to get himself up there. Unless Supap gets overtaken. Jaja is very close to that. And he has a better inside line. Who will it be? Supap will win. And it's gonna be Hisseris right behind Javzo. Losing too much time. And that is GG's, ladies and gentlemen. PCS will win themselves the 2v2. We're tied at 1.
Good match. Good match again. Very nice. So now we have 2 other new maps. That will be played. One will be played in the 3v3 in the first one, and the other one will be played in the second 3v3. So who's gonna play? We don't know. It will be probably Kezu by Zengu. And then we also have a map by Nevermind and Navi. Not sure what map we're gonna play next. We find out.
Oh man. What a nice little day we've had today here, you and me, right? We
had
quite
on the candlelight dinner. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm just enjoying it. I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. My new mic doesn't sound like garbage anymore.
Yep.
Thank you, Rave Out, for helping me with that. Dude, Rave Out has been a lifesaver for me, bro. The guy's completely saved my casting career.
Why though? Because did he send you a mic or what?
No. He didn't send me the mic, but he helped me set it up. He
did that as well for me.
Yeah, he helped me not sound like garbage, pretty much.
He's a good guy, yeah.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. Shout out to Rayvon. I know he's not here, but...
he's a mod in my chat, though.
Is he?
Yeah.
He should come here more often, man. I rarely see him actually in your chat.
I think he's also quite busy, though, with working and stuff. So, don't want people to force me to be in my chat, you know. That's their decision. If they want to join or not. So now the 3v3 will be played. Also until a point of 7. We have this map, which is quite long though. You can see the times. 101 barrier. I think sub 102 is very good here. World record is a 103.38 by Megorian and Ratchet. Both have tied that. So 38.5. And it works like that. So every player collects points, 6 for first, 5 for second, and so on. There's a total of 21 points that can be accumulated, and a team wins if they have secured the most amount of points in a round. You have to win 7 rounds to win the map, and there is something called the tennis mode, which is that you cannot win with 1 point of discrepancy. It has to be at least 2. So if the score is 6-6, the match will prolong till 8 points, and not till 7. Interesting, right?
So there's very interesting. There's only one way to tie as well in 3v3, and that's to have a 1-3 and having a non-finisher, and the other team getting a 2-4-5. That's the only way of getting a tie in 3v3 mode.
That's not the only way. There could also be 2 players DNFing.
Yeah, but 2 players DNFing is so rare, and would cause utter chaos. At that
happens in a full sweep match, though.
Oh, true. So yeah, a 1-4-2-3 situation. So technically 2 ways, but in this cup, like in CPS, you only see maybe 1 player crashing out that can't finish, right? DNFing, maybe once every, I don't know, 5 rounds, I would say. And we didn't see it at all during the 1v1 or 2v2, I want to say, right? During the 2v2. Oh, one time during the 2v2. But the 3v3 happens more often because there's more players.
Yo, we get a raid here as well. Ooh. Turbo's here. We have Beresford 1997 with a raid. And I also see Patonk in the chat. Patink. What's up, man? Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a good stream. We are right now casting a match between Project Conquerors and THE Orange in the CPS 23 Division 2. Both teams are first and second, so that is very nice. And I'm doing great. I hope you're also doing great, Patink. And I hope you had a good amount of speed. A good stream, dude. What am I talking about, man? What is happening here in the chat as well? Okay.
Oh, man. For every time, I don't know, for some reason, I keep thinking of this because Tank has a Q in his name, right? So it makes me think of the first time I ever casted Otak. And this was really, really early on in my casting career. Did I tell you about this?
No.
So, I thought that the way to say Otak's name was, in French Q, we say it as Q, right? So I thought that that the way we would say his name was Otaku, which in French, right, which in French is Otaku, which
sounds like a Japanese name.
It is. It's like saying a weeb. So
okay.
So I thought the way of saying his name was calling him a weeb. Yeah, I think that was like in my first month of casting.
But Tinku sounds kind of cute though.
Well, he has 2 Qs, so it would be Patin Cucu.
You just pronounce one.
Patin Cucu. There you go, like that. Just fast twice.
Yeah. So we have this one now coming up actually already. So good luck to the teams. We have the 3v3. Broly, Tonk, Kikem versus Koputs, Rookcat, and Tomix. Good luck to the teams. Let's see if that is really a disaster, as Kikem has said beforehand. But of course, point number 7. Let's see what will happen. This small freebird section. I haven't seen this map, but this looks quite nice. Very unique amount of blocks. A lot of usages of also different surfaces to initiate a drift or to do other things. As Kopots lands on his back, and we might have the first tie here if Rookcat and Tomix get first and third, but right now they are first and second, so they don't even need their teammate. As this looks quite nice. World record on this map is a 101.38, as I've already mentioned. Let's see how close they can get to that. I expect a low 102 time, but look at that ending from Kikem, lagging a bit. Okay, very nice Kikem, getting Nadeo there, so he was indeed on a good run, but that wasn't it. Unfortunately, Rookcat with a 101.96. That's a good time though. And that's the first point for PCS.
Yeah, that's a nice time out of Rookcat, but that's a little bit sad for Kikem. He could have definitely gotten up into at least second position there, fighting for the middle podium position, at least get the tie. Despite the flip out of Kaputs, they find themselves in a victory on the side of PCS. Very nicely done. So, let's see what the second round can bring us here. As, once again, Kaputs, Tomix, and Rookcat fight up against Broly, Tonk, and Kikem. Let's see who can win it out. Kikem currently in the lead with Tonk in second position. Rookcat was up there, but he's now clipped. Tomix goes up into third position. Kaputs and Broly fighting for the non-podium positions at the current moment as Kikem continues to extend his lead. That's Tomix into the wall, and now it's a 1-2-4 in favor of THE Orange. There's practically no way that they can lose this unless they were to full throw, as all 3 players of THE Orange get into the podium positions. As Kikem, he gets Nadio'd in the same exact position. That's the exact same place of the map.
We got the lag, right?
Yeah, that's the lag at the exact same position. That's the exact same place. Exact same place.
He got Nadio'd.
He got Nadio'd so hard. He still comes in fourth, right? Because Kaputs and Tomix were really far behind because of their clips. But, oh man, that could have been detrimental to a round.
Yeah, those things can decide a round, but that wasn't the case in this regard. And we have the next one coming up. So scoreline is 1-1. Let's go to the next one, as Tonk and Kikem are leading. Kopots and Tomix, as well as Rookcat, are overtaking Broly, who also didn't get a bad start. So everyone is kind of in the race. No one with a mistake. I hope that Kikem can hold his connection. His Polish connection can be maybe even a bit more polished. Yeah, I had to make that word game at some point. Well, let's take a look. Kikem is leading though, so he is a very important gem for his team right now, who's sitting in 6th and 4th position. So if he wins this one, it's not even guaranteed that they're gonna win this round. Broly needs a 3rd position. Right now he's overtaking Tomix, but making that mistake. Oh no, that is not good, and this might be PCS winning this one because they just didn't make any mistakes. Kikem not lagging this time. Tomix getting a nosedive. Kikem leading the race. Tomix out of the map he goes, and this could be very important for his team, as they really come in 4th and 5th because Tomix has made that mistake.
Oh man, that is massive, and they somehow still win it out on the side of THE. That's a really nice time out of Keycam. He doesn't lag out this time. But Rocket and Kaputz do exactly what they needed to do, and just Tomix with that mistake, right? That big mistake out of Tomix. They could have won that one. That was Project Conqueror's round to lose, I would think, after the 2 mistakes that Keycam's teammates did. As right now he finds himself once again in the lead along with his teammate Tonk, as Tonk right now with a very nice start. Tomix the only one for Project Conquerors really fighting for the lead at the current moment, but that is only Broly and Tonk TV left on this side for THE Orange, as you see that Keycam is completely gone. If you go onto his camera, he is behind by a country mile. So Tonk and Broly need to get themselves a 1-3 at minimum to win this round. Kaputz, Tomix, and Rocket behind them. Tomix another clip. And so that will be a nice little relief for THE Orange. They're still in 1-2, but there's still a possibility. No! Tonk makes that mistake. Tomix, though, could get overtaken in the back, but I don't think Keycam is even close enough. And, well, with Broly's mistake there, it's all... Wait, Kaputz can't finish. Wait, Kaputz can't finish. It's a tie! It's a tie! How did this end up in a tie?
Dude, this round...
What the fuck?
This round had everything. Good focus, Kaputz.
Do we send this to Trackmania Esports clips?
Well, that wasn't casted on Trackmania Esports, so why should we send it?
I mean, there are a lot of casts that weren't on Trackmania Esports that weren't even Trackmania Esports events.
The clips are slacking a bit, though. I have to be honest. The clips are slacking.
So how about we just send this? That way we send a good clip over to.
Yeah, like the clip that was uploaded today wasn't really a curse. I don't know. It felt weird. I mean, it made sense, but it was like, then you know I could upload everything that I cast on. But that's just my opinion about it.
Yeah. So some of the clips are just what is it?
Yeah, but
funny, but like,
I think
they're not.
It's fine to upload them, but I would rather upload quality. But I think they just want to hold the upload schedule, so I think that then it's still fine. I'm still watching them, you know. It wasn't like that was like, dude, what a shit clip. It was like just okay, you know. It didn't really change anything because I have the expectation when I see a clip that usually I want to see something special, if this makes sense. But I think it was a fine clip.
No one else is special this time out of Kaputz. He gets himself the third 101 of this match, and only 3 players able to do so. That's a very nice time out of him. Tonk gets second, Rocket gets third, and with Tomix getting fourth, it's a win for PCS. They find themselves tied at 2.
Yeah, 2-2 again. So let's just go for the next round. I'm just gonna take a small break here. My voice is dying, dude.
Oh, dude, it's getting shot right now by all the...
Yeah.
You're not even feeling like I am. And I'm not even drinking water. I don't know what you're up with.
I'm drinking water.
You're drinking water. For me, the reason why I don't drink water too much, I try not to, is because then I start burping, right? Because I breathe in way too much.
I'm just doing tap water.
Yeah.
So without...
without bubbles.
Do you say bubbles? Really? Do you say that?
I mean, I could say carbonation, right?
Carbonation or sparkling water.
Yeah, but that's too long. Bubbles.
Bubbles.
It's easier to say. Bubbles. Yeah. As Kaputz trying to overtake both Broly and Keycam. They're both fighting for the top podium position right now. Keycam and Broly 1 and 2, but Kaputz was up there for just a little bit as they head into the final checkpoint here. Kaputz, he's in second now, but he can't catch up to Keycam, who is on the final checkpoint on the last straight there, and he'll get a 101.83. He gets another 101.8. Nice time out of him. Kaputz gets second, Broly in third, and with Tonk getting sixth, it's an 11-10 win, and it's 3-2 in favor of THE Orange. Yeah,
very, very close match though. Like, really, I'm not sure why they said that this would be a clown fiesta or anything, but whoever wins this one has a tie guaranteed, and actually a very good match to spectate. We could have also gone for an M&M match or anything like that, but I think also those teams are quite close together, but I think it's rather more important to see who's getting first in Div 2 than to see who's winning the second last place, or like winning second last against last, you know, in Div 1, even though those teams might be close together as well. As we go into the next round, we see a lot of blue players in top. on top. Oh, but everyone is dropping like a fly here. Broly and Tonk are left alive, but we see Tomix and also Keycam who have made a mistake. So this map is really hard to play. I mean, there's a scary corner just every 2 to 3 seconds. Also, this drift is so scary, this hairpin and stuff. Oh man, just hard to get. Then you can't get airtime here. Tonk got that, but actually nice recovery from Tonk. But look at Copot's line. Oh my god, almost overtaking Broly there at the ending. 7,000 of a second, but good round here, good comeback, but also good save from Tonk, I have to admit. And the next point for Team THE. Very nice.
Top 3 were separated by 13 milliseconds. That is nothing at all, right? You blink, right? That's like about 50 milliseconds, right? So a blink is about 50 milliseconds. It's already finished, right? It's finished 4 times over almost. So the fact that that's how close it was, right? It was like 1/4 of a blink. That's how close that top 3 was. 1/4 of a blink. That's like
way too
the most relevant thing I could think of.
Just blink faster than yeah.
Just blink faster. What are you, an esports player? Like just blinking at the speed of light?
Blinker.
Esports blinker. Oh no, he clips into the wall there just as I look onto him. He was in the lead. They were 1-3. That would have been a win, but right now it's Rocket, Tomix, and Kapats 1, 3, and 4. And this should be a win for PCS as 2 players on the sides of THE Orange have clipped out. Broly, he could do everything he wants here, even if he wins this round. 2, 3, 4 would be more than enough to win this out if you are Project Conquerors. They can't throw this one away, and they don't. Rocket, Tomix, and Kaputz. 1, 3, 4 in their favor, and we are we tied? No, it's 4-3 in favor of THE Orange.
Yo, it is 4-3. I smell something called tennis mode here. Maybe.
Maybe, baby.
Maybe, baby. Well, let's go into the next round. Oh, first mistake. How many mistakes will we see this round?
15.
15. Oh. It's a lot. It's a lot, dude.
No, it's just the first number that came to my mind.
We have 2 already. I'm gonna count now.
Man. Yeah, okay, let's count them all. I
just have to go into the follow all camp to spot all of them. But the players are so far in. Dude, I cannot do that. It's way too dank. Let's go into the round here. We have Tomix, Copots, and Rocket. Still alive. Keycam with another mistake. I think this counts as 2 mistakes. But this is a round that could go into the favor for PCS and tie up the score again. Unless... Oh my god, dude. What is happening?
5.
Well, never mind then. Rocket and Copots. First, second, and also Tomix still on 3rd position because the whole THE team has fallen apart. Also, this mistake from Rocket. I try to pronounce it the French way. Doesn't matter. Tomix overtaking. And a 102.6 is enough to win rounds sometimes. And there you can see how hard this map really is.
Yeah, did we have 15 errors this round? It felt like
yeah, it felt like 20, dude. We're 20.
I guess I wasn't that far off. I guess I was just feeling it, you know? Sometimes some rounds are really, really close. Everyone does it perfectly. Yeah. That was just the round where the Papegas came out, right? Like, you had Papegas in your closet, you just let them out, right? Because you don't want those Papegas to stay around. But looks like there was 1 left over there for Keycam, sadly. Tonk and Broly will need to fight it out for the top positions here to try and win it out. Kaputz, Tomix, and Rocket are still in the melee as well, though, so it's anyone's game. Tonk in the lead, but Rocket could easily come back here and win this round. Tonk in the lead. Kaputz is in 3rd. Oh, Tonk. He chunks himself into the wall there, and taking a chunk out of it, he now finds himself in 5th position. Actually, not in 5th at all. He finds himself in a dead last as he makes another mistake right afterwards. Rocket in the lead. Broly trying to overtake Kaputz for 2nd. Kaputz, if he gets 2nd or 3rd, this is an instant win for his team. He gets airtime though. Will he keep himself in the podium positions? Yes, he will. Keycam could have come in and sniped. It was so close. 4 milliseconds separating Kaputz and Keycam. But Broly, who was right there, could have stolen it away. And if Keycam did as well, that would have been a round still for PCS because Tomix would have come in 5th.
Wow, well, what a close match, though. What a close match. I was sorry for the luck or two chatting in the background. I just had to just write to someone there. That was a bit important. So my apologies if you heard that. Oh, dude, how many mistakes have happened here? 3 mistakes already, and Keycam dying on the freewheel section. That is quite unfortunate, making that mistake. So Broly and Keycam are down. And also hello to everyone here in the chat. Hello to Max and everyone else. We are not playing, we're casting the match. If you can read the title, you can see that there's casted by QDC, which is quantumdeathcat and Turbo. That is myself. Yeah, that's me. And let's go ahead and into the next round, as it looks very red, and it might be the next round for PCS. And with that, they have the next, or the first map point. We don't have a match point yet, because the scoreline will be 3-1 after that. Yeah, 3-1, because Otak played for the blue team. All right, and there we go. 2, 3, and 4 for them. Tonk in first, Keycam on second to last, and then we have, yeah. That was it. There we go.
I remember 5 minutes ago when it was 4-2 in favor of THE Orange. What happened? Do you know what's happened?
Yeah, a lot of mistakes.
Like, a lot of mistakes. Not like small mistakes either.
Yeah.
This map is very scary, as you said, right? But the last map wasn't that challenging, right? Especially compared to this one. Last map, you had space all over, right? You could take conservative lines, you could take consistent lines, you can take very risky lines, close or outside, right? However you want. This map does not allow for anything. You have one line to follow, and if you cannot get into that line, you are fucked.
That's correct, though.
It's a very, very fine line that these guys are rolling on, and it's quite insane how much of a difference these two maps are, right? They're practically polar opposites, despite both of them being tech maps, as Tomix takes the lead away from Tonk. Tonk trying to keep it away from Tomix, but Tomix with a better exit, as Keycam, he is... Oh, wait, every time he lags out, it looks like he's hitting the wall, but... Oh, that's an ace! Out of PCS. It's 7-4. That's a nice victory out of PCS. That could have been a win for THE Orange there, but the lags, the weirdness. What a weird map that was. That was 5 wins in a row in the end there for PCS. They come back. They win that map. It's 3-1 in favor of them. And if, only if, THE Orange win the next map, the next 3v3, will be tied at 3. And the only thing that'll separate them, really, is win differential.
But no, that's not win differential. That will matter if there's a tie in a tie. So like a tie in the bracket, I mean. So in this case, it's just 1 point for both teams.
No. That's what I mean. But is it what did I want to say? What are the standings right now? Do you know?
3-1.
No. Like standings overall. Like
I think both teams are 3-1-0.
Okay. So realistically, this match matters a lot.
Yeah, it does.
On who wins, who loses.
Yeah. So the team that has the most points accumulated will be the victorious team, or like will be first or second. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Like I know what you mean. So one more sub match. Very important one. We have Kezu by Zango, which also built a map for this competition. Also quite long map compared to the maps that we've had last week.
Yeah.
World record here is a 59.32 of 8 by Panda, the Exalted Toro player.
Yes, poor Exalted Toro, finding themselves with wonderful, wonderful players. They just, they are a nice, quote-unquote, academy team for top TMGL players.
Yeah, they are. Well, they're not really playing a lot of team competitions though, because most of them are solo players. And I hope that they will be rising up and just perform, because they can make something great happen in Trackmania esports. There are a lot of great players.
A lot of really good players playing on the side of Exalted Toro. Some of the best players joined that team, right? Like Mime and... listen, there was a lot... I think there was a stat that I saw from TMGL, like 5 players making it from Exalted / Toro into TMGL, but they weren't allowed to play under that banner.
Yeah. It was Yannick's, Link. Mime, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, Afi. And...
I don't remember either.
Chat, help. Help.
The fifth one.
Oh, who's the fifth one? I already said Link.
Yeah, you already said Link. Yeah.
So, which Exalti / Tor player made it? So we have Link, Yannick's, Mime. Who the hell else to say?
There are 5 players.
Dude, but Link, Yannick's, Mime. But I said one more player.
Oh yeah, you did.
Afi.
Afi, yeah, Afi.
And now one more.
Who's the last? Who's the last player? That is an Afi.
No, not Bits.
We're gonna take the
It's a
entire
burst,
warm-up
dude.
to figure this one out.
It's a burst. He knows a burst, dude. Danik B. All have been in Turkmenia Grand League.
Bits, wasn't it Bits?
Nah.
No.
Nah.
For some reason, Bits is just coming to mind. I don't think so. But...
Someone say Bits.
Bits?
Can you imagine Bits would have been streaming? He would be rich, man. We are giving bits to Bits. Haha. Haha.
Oh, dude. Oh man, he would have had all the memes in his name. I mean, a lot of people with meme names just getting what they want, right? So, what is it? Virtual with getting that sub the other week from, I don't know if you watch his Clips channel.
Yeah,
but someone
sometimes.
made an account that was called and then I forgot what his name is.
That's the pointe, or pointe as we say, and you messed it up.
I'm brain freezing at this point. Listen, I am
tired. Listen. Did you tired? Like isn't it?
I am tired. Yeah, I'm getting run over by
13 for you.
So here's the thing, right? Is that I have what is it? My ADHD makes me very tired in the afternoon because I take up all my energy before the sun even sets.
Yeah.
I am extremely tired by this point, so...
Just go outside into the snow naked, and then you're not out... then you're not like that anymore.
And then Hefis got this run, so there you go.
Weird
Someone
channel.
actually named themselves that to force Virtual to say it. It was funny. Anyway.
Coffee is your friend. Coffee is disgusting.
Coffee is gross, man.
Thank you.
It's like that.
Oh, dude. Finally someone.
Dude, it's literally dirty water. That's all coffee is, right? You take dirt, you put it in water.
Like the only thing that is good is espresso, but that's the only thing that is good.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can drink coffee, but it just probably... I never was really a fan of caffeine and stuff. That's literally coffee, but coffee that actually is
coffee.
Tastes like coffee and not like water. That's something else.
Oh, that's a nice finish by Otak there as he passes Ebotit. Jabzo gets third, and with the 5th place from Zentons, gets the THE team a nice 1-0 lead off the start.
Yep. You guys ever been drinking some weak coffee? Dude, listen, Manus Rider, people who say I need coffee have no idea how the body works. Because actually, and that is scientifically proven, a glass of water makes you more awake than a glass of coffee or like a cup of coffee. And that's fact. Really, it's fact, guys.
True.
It's fact.
It's true, yeah.
Just drink some water in the morning. You don't need something else. Then, like, I need coffee. Bro, you need nothing, man. Like, that's an addiction.
Yeah, that is an addiction.
But water has no taste.
No one talks about coffee addiction, right? That's just swept under the rug. Coffee addiction is a good addiction.
Water has no taste. Listen. Do you need something... But coffee tastes even worse than water. Oh my god.
I'd rather something that tastes neutral than something that tastes bad.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I just don't like bitterness when I drink, right?
I like it though, but not with coffee.
I don't like bitter. I don't like bitter liquids, if that makes sense.
I need coffee with a cigarette. I need. That's the wrong mindset. You don't need it, dude. You have it. That's your decision. Needing is like you're addicted to that. You need.
A need is completely different than a want.
Dude.
Right? Or
actually,
like, I don't need to gamble, right? I don't need to waste all my money on a slot machine.
What benefit you get from caffeine? I see only cons. You have to go to the toilet every 10 minutes, dude.
And then once your high comes down and you crash,
that's the worst. Like, caffeine is the worst, really.
Caffeine crash is just
it's
so
the
horrible.
worst,
like, I will
man.
drink like an energy drink maybe like 2-3 times a year.
Same.
When it's absolutely necessary, right? That I need energy now for the next 2 to 3 hours, and then I'm in bed 2 to 3 hours later, and I'm just gonna crash and sleep for the next day.
Nah, for me it's like I just drink 1 or 2 Red Bulls a year. What is that from Otak? No, from what is happening here? We have a match behind. I drink 1 or 2 energy drinks per year, but only for the taste, because I sometimes like a Red Bull. Sometimes, but that's very, very rare. That is so rare. But you know what's not rare? That only Otak is able to finish here.
From his team.
Yeah, so we have wait, actually, how they're able to finish? Did Jeffso did the Uber jump?
He turned into an airplane. I have no idea how he finished there, but I think we should stop talking about our hate for coffee, right? Our absolute hatred for coffee and caffeine, right? Let's go into this match. We can talk about it afterwards, right? Because you're gonna stream after this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could just talk about it during the stream for a bit before I...
Then I lose Mental Strider, then he will just unsub, unfollow, ban me.
Oh, your heart. Oh. Yeah. In your heart of hearts, do you think that's true, though? That he'll do that?
Nah. I don't think so. Okay, cast the first round here that we're gonna cast.
Alright, Zentens and Otak are in first and second. Jabso finds himself in the last podium position. XOI is the only one who could take it away from both of them. XOI trying to get in front, but he's not even going to be given a podium position. Not that he needs one. Well, he's now given one, as Otak leads from Jabso, and Zentens finds himself in the Shadow Realm. Otak going to win this race unless a catastrophic mistake were to come through. Heading into the final checkpoint, into the jump, Otak wins it with a sub 1. Oh, wow, what a time. What a time from Otak there. Oh, a sub 1 on this is massive during rounds. XOI gets second, but with Javzo getting third and Zentens getting last, it is another win for THE Orange. It is 3-1 in their favor currently, but PCS have come back from down 2.
Yeah, exactly. From down 2, they were coming back, but of course only 1 point though. And bear in mind, if this will be, I mean, imagine THE Orange just wins this one 7-1 or 7-2. This would be huge for them. So a good start into the match it is, because the scoreline is 3-1 in favor for PCS. CPS, we are casting it, dude. I'm way too dank. I'm melting. I'm frying. I'm everything. I'm Lacquer's Turbo, and Javzo not making a mistake. Good line there. And we have Glatting, who is also in the mix. Good line there as well. Javzo actually leading together with Otak. This could be the 4-1. I'm not sure why Kikam was saying, oh, the match could be bad. The only thing that was bad is that no slide there, but that wasn't done by someone from their team. That was from PCS, and this could be the next point. If Javso will survive that one, wide approach, Glatting coming closer, but it's not enough to overtake Otak here. Actually, it is, because he jumped lower, but it is enough. Another almost sub 1 minute time, and the next point for Team Blue, aka THE Orange. Very nice.
That's the first round that no one crashed. We had everyone with a 1 minute time, and top 5 was separated by only 0.3. That was a very, very, very nice round. As, yeah, both of our brains are pretty much frying as Jabzo. His brain also fries in short circuits as he crashes on the first jump there. At this point, you're not Lucker's Turbo anymore. You're becoming Fucker's Turbo.
What?
Because you just want to fuck off. As Otak takes the lead and Zentens is in second position. Evotet is in third place. This Glading actually overtakes him for that position, and we see Jasso really, really far behind. Evotet trying to overtake Otak as everyone on the side of PCS actually does so, and Zentens also under the pressure Will he get overtaken by every PCS member? Well, he gets overtaken by every PCS member, every THE Orange member, and the wall. And so XY will take the lead. Glading will take second position. Otak, he's in third right now, but he's going to overtake for second. A shorter distance for the Jeep will not allow him to snipe, and he gets sniped instead by Glading. XY wins the round of 1-2 for the French team. PCS are now back within it. It's 4-2, and last time they were within a 4-2 position. What have I created?
Dude, now I have a new nickname. Fuckers Turbo, dude. I mean, I've heard those were things in the past, but... Good one, dude. Good
I'm
one.
not original, I know.
Dude, you're gonna fuck off very soon, man. But let's go into the next round. We have 4-2 for THE Orange, still Settins and also Otak with a great start. So it looks like that Settins finally find his way into the match. The THE player looking very strong. Also Otak here. Javzo not too far behind. We see one player who has made a mistake. So this could be, or this is a promising round for THE Orange. They could go into the 3-point lead again, as first and second is there for Otak and Settins. So I hope that they can hold it. Glading and Ixawe are not slowing down though. It could be quite good. Settins with a mistake, steering in too early, and that's how fast it can go. Javzo also with a mistake, but it would have been enough if Settins had win this one, but that wasn't the case. And the next point for PCS, and maybe you have forecasted it there.
Yeah, I was trying to say it before I died laughing. Last time it was 4-2 in favor of THE Blue. They lost, THE Orange, my bad. They lost 5 rounds in a row, and well, now they were down. They were up 4-1, right? So will they lose 6 rounds in a row this time around? Let's see. I don't think they'll allow it this time, but it could happen. You never know what happens in these matches. As Otak in the lead with Glading right with him. Ixawai just in behind. Javzo and Zentins also finding themselves in this big fight. Epotit in 6th, but he is not too far behind. Could still potentially even win this round if he doesn't make a mistake and everyone else above him does. But that doesn't seem to be the case at the current moment, as Otak takes a wide line for a more inside. So outside to inside allows him more speed as well. And look at the amount of distance he's covered. Despite the fact that he makes a small mistake there and releases, he still is so far ahead of both Glading and Ixawai that he's got a massive lead. He could do a small release and still be good, as Otak will win the round with a 59.93. That was a 0.8. That was a 0.8 in the making. Oh, wow. Otak with a nice time. It still doesn't matter, right? They still lose the round. We're tied at 4. But what a time out of Otak, right? I want to talk about that because, I mean, it's obvious that PCS is just going to win the next 3 rounds, right? The THE is just throwing for skins.
They're not being the eye by power here, even though they maybe could make that happen, but still they brought up a great fight. Javzo is just throwing here. I mean, he also threw for skins in the Benelux Cup. Maybe you know it there. That was, oh my god, dude. He still has nightmares there. So I hope that he doesn't make a mistake here. He clipped, or he didn't make that jump in the previous round, which was quite unfortunate. But now we have a good rounds in our hand. We have 4 people who haven't made a mistake. Okay, never mind then. Only 2 then. Okay. This is how fast it can go. So top 3 for the red team, aka Team PCS. Dude, I'm still thinking about this fucker's turbo, man. Oh my god. So Ixawe will take that. Also Settins with a mistake. Javzo also with a mistake. Everyone with a mistake from the blue team, and they're gonna get it. Very nice, and they go into the lead. That is quite a bummer for them.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Turbo. I shouldn't have said anything.
Hi, so sorry.
I'm gonna be remembered for this. You're gonna get your revenge at some point. You're gonna be able to turn my name into something hilarious at some point as well. I should sit down. Oh man, let's get into this round. It is 5-4, and PCS have come back down 4-1, back into the lead. It's now 5-1. Oh man, they started off slow, but with these mistakes out of Otak, or his teammates as well, right? It's just been really rough for THE Orange to get anything going after these 4th rounds. And they've done this on 2 maps in a row at this point, as Gliding actually overtakes Javzo and Zenton's. Otak has a massive lead, another 0.9 pace, maybe even 0.8 on the cards here. But we could see an amazing round out of THE. We could see them tying up this game, but there could be trouble up ahead. 2 checkpoints left, and here comes PCS. They are now in 2 and 3. Oh, there's the wall. So the wall declines the 2-3 and the win for PCS. It's not going to be another win streak for them. We're tied at 5 instead.
Yeah, we are tied instead indeed. And 5-1, also not the best amount of points for PCS in this one. We're up to a good match though, or like a good ending of a match. Which has no winner thus far, but it's looking good for, of course, PCS, because they have won a match already. Quantumdeathcat, quantumdeathcat, dude, what is... Oh my god, dude. Whatever. Let's go into the round. Otak with a good start again. So Otak really an important gem for his team. We see him being on 1st position in the top fragging manner. You can see the name next to them and also on the live ranking. Otak with 48 points. That is very nice. But right now, it's only Javzo who hasn't made a mistake from his team. So this could be the next or the first match point for PCS, as Ebotith and also Glading as well as XRY are surviving. Javzo needs a 1st position, but they also need to run a mistake now at the end. But this is a good line from Javzo. Can come into 2nd position, but not overtake Ebotith just yet. And this is the match point. Good luck to Team PCS, and also 1 minute flat. All 1 here. Very nice. Good time.
Oh, man. Let's see what they could do. Can we get into tennis mode, though? Because if we're tied at 6, then we'll get into tennis mode. And we do love us some tennis mode. They could have lost forever, right? Just like that 2v2 lasted just a little bit. The 3v3 tennis modes can last quite the long time as we get going here for what could be the last round. Or what we could see for a long time here as a really good match. Let's see it as... I am in the wrong one, in the wrong feed. I full screen the Twitch as Otak is in the lead. THE Zenton's in 2nd position, so looking good for THE. But they always start off good at the start of these rounds, and it's afterwards where they falter halfway through the map. The second half is definitely more geared towards PCS as Project Conquerors conquer these THE players. Otak in the lead, Javzo is in 4th, and Zenton's is in 5th. But Ebotith finds himself up in 3rd along with Glading, and so they could definitely seal this one away if Otak makes a big mistake here. They're catching up to Otak, heading into the finish. Oh, Otak is able to keep it away. Look at the times. Those were 2 players on the verge of 59s. Otak pushed it to the absolute limit, and you saw it too. He slowed down, right? They were able to catch up, both Ebotith and Glading, which means he was on pace for a 0.7. This man's nuts. This kid, this teenager, he's grown into a man. He's just grown into a man. Turbo? Oh, well, looks like I'm gonna keep going, ladies and gentlemen, as Otak and Javzo are gonna try and keep this one going.
Sorry, I just had to mute myself.
Oh. All good, all good. No, I was just making sure that you weren't there, and...
Yeah, my mother was coming into my room. That's why I had to mute.
Okay. Yeah, all good,
Go ahead.
Zenton's and Otak, 1 and 2 currently. XOY trying to go for the overtake on Otak. He's been a small factor in these games, XOY, but he's not really been the big factor here. Can he be the big factor? Can he win this round here for PCS? This would be such a big and crucial round to win for XOI, but Zenton's keeping it together. Otak there with him. They're both together here, and Otak will steal it away from his teammate. They both get 1 and 2, and it's 7-6 in favor of THE Orange. They don't throw this one, right? They don't throw the 7th round.
Well, I hope so. Good comeback actually, from 5-6 to 7-6 now in their favor. So this is the map point, not the match point, because it will end up in a tie But of course, I think PCS has won with more of a point gap on the one or another map, but we're not done yet. This could also go to like 12, 13, 14 or 150 points. Yeah. But let's go ahead. Actually, dude, fuck pre-roll ads. Now there's an ad in progress. Oh my god. What? Why always this timing, man? My apologies to everyone who got an ad, but you don't hear that anyway. So, hey. Ha! I hope it's just a tied round here. Or like they tie the scoreboard up as Otak leads the race. Acceptance is in the turtle. And this means that Javso has to get that third place. That is quite good for him, actually. This could be a tie, as both Galating and also Ixawe have made mistakes. So there's only Ebotit who has to win this one. Oh, this is looking good though. Good line from Otak, but Ebotit is surviving and he will make it. And this means that this is the round for PCS because of that 59.87. Okay. By Ebotit. Very nice. Performing when it matters. 7-7.
So, you know that these players sometimes have dick measuring contests, right? Like, they try their best to one-up each other, right? Ebotit's time there in 87.4 is actually 1,000th faster, 1 millisecond faster than the time Otak did in that incredible round. That they still lost, but it was still an incredible round. We're tied at 7, by the way, as Otak here will try and reclaim the fastest time of the match, but that's going to be pretty hard because 87 is already really, really hard to accomplish, and right now it's a 3-way lead for PCS. They have 3 different players on the podium positions, but Otak will take one of those positions. Zentins also overtakes Ebotit, and Ixawai, he's a little bit slow out of the exit. Oh, but he keeps it together, and he'll stay in second position. But Ebotit's still falling down the order. Zentins overtakes for second position. Ixawai is falling down the order. He goes from second down to 5th. Oh, that is disastrous, but it's still the win for PCS. Project Conquerors nearly got conquered.
Nearly conquered, but that was a very close round, but they're holding it together, and now it's the advantage for them. Now it's their advantage, and look at that, 8-7. That's how easy and quick it can go. Just one blink, yeah, those 50 milliseconds, and you're down. And now Otak, look at that, very, very bad start for Otak. A very important player for that team, but Javzo and Setins are at 5th and 6th place. They are not really fragging, but there's also not a lot of points between those players, but you cannot say that. But this looks to be the GG here for Team PCS, but what a match we have witnessed here. But of course, Glading, Ixawe and Ebotit still have to survive it. Javzo and Otak are in the mix, but I think it is not sufficient for them. But Ebotit with a mistake, that is not good. Javzo has to get first, and they have to rely on another mistake from either Galating or Ixawai, but this will not be the case by the looks of it. But I hope I didn't jinx that. And Javzo makes a mistake as well as Otak, but they had to risk it. And this is the GG, ladies and gentlemen. It is PCS taking it home 5-1. A very good performance, and a very close match indeed. So glad that we've picked this one.
I am glad as well. That was a very, very close match. And I think it's the first one that we cast together that didn't finish 6-0.
Yeah, but
all the League 1 matches finish in 6-0. That's what I don't like about League 1 matches, is that you look at them and you're like, yeah, that team's gonna win, or yeah, that team's not looking too good on these maps, right? While you look down at the lower leagues and you don't know who's gonna win those matches, right? So I like
lower league. It's League
4,
2,
5,
dude.
6. Oh, dude, I love casting League 4, 5, and 6. It's so good because those players deserve to be casted as well, right? Those players are putting in hours as well. Yep. And it's actually really fun to watch because, yes, they are slower, right? They are overall slower, but the mistakes they make, it's not the same because most of the time they are actually just as consistent. It's just that they make more, tech mistakes, right? Like you'll slide for a little bit too long, or you'll slide at the wrong angle, right? And so you have little slowdowns here and there. That's the big mistakes. That's what like League 4 is, for example, right? With Emrys, let's say they're a really good team, but they are currently in League 4, I do believe. So it's really hard for us to see exactly just how good they are compared to the rest of the competition.
I see what you mean.
What I can tell is that it's really tight. The matches are tight and it's fun to watch. And it's kind of like this match. This match was tight, fun to watch, and exhilarating the entire way through.
Good summary. I cannot add something to that. That was great. Drake for QDC.
Oh, man. All right. So, that's going to be it then for the cast, right?
That's a wrap. Yeah, that was it for the casting.